mind, I'm a faithful cat. Stand up straight, step in line. You and I will do just fine.
Come on, Cara, show me a smile. Raise your glass while you're over style. Come on, Cara, what do you say? We both know it's going to be a perfect day.
I just had to play that because it was just so bizarre. Okay. Yes. Hello. This ended up in my Humble Bundle. So, yeah, we're doing this. This is happening. Hey Viv and Ava Neko, welcome to the stream. You missed me? Aw, I've been pretty good. I've just, I'm doing some, sewing projects and things, and also getting ready to move out, and also taking a trip to Boston and stuff, so it's been a lot of things just all at once. So I've been trying to get some like videos edited and stuff so that there's something to show when I'm gone for like 5 days or something like that. So yeah, that's happening. But this is a game. We ended up in my Humble Bundle. It's called Purrfect Date. It's a bit hectic. I also just started working overnight, so yeah, 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. is now my work shift. It's snowing where you are. Nice. Ish. It's snowing where I am, or it was, and then it like iced over, and then snowed more. Yeah. This game was made for your theme of cats. It was, yes. Yeah, we got Mewsbot over here just having such a good time. He's just ready for this. So how do you play? How do you play this game? I'm actually liking work, to be honest. Perfect weather for you. Nice. So, progress the story by hitting either space or enter. Fair enough. You can press the story left. Okay, sure. Yeah, we can press over here. Feeling a little spicy, you can even progress the story by left-clicking this icon. Okay. So, the first three are basically just telling you how to click forward. Rest to restore your health. Running out of hearts may have consequences. Let me just say right now, this is going to be a 13+ stream just because it's a dating sim, and I have no control over that, so, you know, be advised, it's a dating sim. Rain is pretty nice though, yeah. Finishing 3 research events will result in the completion of your contract ending your current chapter, so make sure you've done everything you want before finishing your research for the professor. Interesting. Keep an eye out for anything odd. Curiosity may have killed the cat, but it might lead you to some fun extras. As far as I know, let me just make sure. As far as I know, this game is not 18+. Even if it is 18+, no, it's definitely not 18+. But I still would play it. I don't even know how to check it. Oh wait, I could just age rating. Let's see. I shouldn't have checked this now. I should check this before. Oh, it's also available on your tablets and stuff. Alright, well, you know what? I can't find it, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna click play. Okay, I killed the cat. Oh, the brightness. Yes. This music is a little bit graining, so I would like to click. Yeah, alright. New game. New song, please. Lovely. I have to pick one of these characters? That's annoying. Oh my gosh, they're so freaking happy. Honestly, this is the one that looks closest like me, so... Alright. Mews! Random name! Woo! No, we'll go with Mews. Name it Jerry! Why Jerry? Why do we want to name him Jerry? Also, I'm gonna move the chat down here. I think it'll look better there. But yeah, why are we naming him Jerry? Jerry? What? suppose it's your full name if you have your full name on your computer, which I don't actually. Unless it does, like... I can find out how that works. You just thought up a random name? Oh, okay, fair enough. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with Mews. Oh! The game supports an autosave feature. Please don't turn off your game while it is saving. And I am an angel and I'm a devil and I reject. Yeah, alright, I accept. Okay. I've got my water here because I know I'm going to be talking a lot. Alright, here we go. Oh dear. Do I have to do... Oh wait, will they read it to me? I hope the cats read it to me because I don't want to have to do voices for them. Seeing a bit about other gamers reacting to it breaking the fourth wall and I suppose Jacksepticeye's full name. Oh, interesting. Hey Sinking Wish, how you doing? I'm not sure how long I've been sailing, but it feels like forever. I'm not feeling too well now, so it's a huge relief to hear the deck lad shout. Land approach! Make yourself ready. Okay, Joe. I see similarities, but also these do not look like the same person. I'm finally here. When I applied last month, I was just another broke student living off of baked beans. Really? Okay. And didn't really think I had a chance of being accepted to be part of this prestigious Cat Island research team. Okay. Yet here it is, the little black dot in the distance, growing bigger by the second, and is the infamous Cat Island. I cannot read, so we will do the best that we can. But I mean, I've got a little butter right on from the low one. Yeah? Oh yeah, the place I'll call home for the next few months. Yes. My heart momentarily skips a beat. What if there's been a mistake? What if they accepted someone else's application and accidentally sent the offer to me? I rummage about in my bag until I find the papers. Why is it typing out in front of me? This is bizarre. You're lonely and you know it. Clap your hands. Oh. Okay, guys, I'm here for you. Love hearts all around. Just think of cats. Dear Mews, we are pleased to be able to offer you the position of research assistant to Professor Popper? Oh my gosh. At our research facility on Cat Island. I don't know what I was expecting. The position will be for an initial period of 8 weeks. Your contract will be sent separately. We look forward to working with you. Yours sincerely, Professor Popper, PhD stuff. Okay. Feeling saucy apparently. I'm clicking that. No mistake. That's my name right there in the top left corner. Mews. And there's his name at the bottom. The genius behind this whole operation. Professor Popper. Science genius and my new boss. I look up from my papers to see dry land rapidly approaching before us. It seems to be surrounded by a huge barrier frick of impenetrable black rocks. As we get closer, we're not slowing down, and I begin to worry we're going to crash into them. Then, at the very last moment, we take a sharp turn to the left. Suddenly, we're sailing smoothly towards a jetty through an opening in the rocks. Blow out the breath I've been holding and break into a smile. Ah! Nicely done, Skipper! The ferryman comes out from behind the steering wheel, ignoring my attempts at, camaraderie. Oh, never mind. He shouts rather... My bottle is leaking! There's water everywhere. Help. PhD and stuff. I mean, yeah. Take out all your belongings. We won't be back for days, so don't leave nothing you'll need. Thank you. I smile weakly at the ferryman and his son and pick up my bags ready to disembark. We glide seamlessly up to the wooden jetty, and the sun leaps ashore ahead of us. He's greeted by a bulky man in a uniform, who I take to be a security officer of some kind. Zane Jones. Joe. Sir, caught you a mouse. And then he laughed loudly as though he'd said the funniest thing he'd ever heard. It's very disconcerting. Today's been busy for you, organizing the guest list for a big event. Ooh. Nice. Sounds like fun, Viv. The security guard remains surely and turns his attention to me. Let's be having you then. He holds out his large hand, which I assume is an offer to help me off the boat, but as I reach out to take it, he snatches it away, throwing me off balance so that I almost fall over the side. What a great start. ID card? Oh, I see, of course. I reach into my back pocket and hand over the laminated card I was given on the mainland. I want to draw on it. Can I draw on it? Oh. Go back. Thank you. So I guess this was just arbitrary? This game was made in 2017, so that was adorable. Half the time we're not going to know when people use sound effects because the game is actually meowing by itself. He barely looks at it before striding off, grunting over his shoulder, this way. I follow him down a dirt track path and get my first proper view of the island. It's beautiful, lush, and green. I'm already under its spell. After no more than a couple minutes trekking, we're in base camp, which consists of an assortment of tents and huts. Among them are two more solid-looking structures, one larger and one smaller. I presume these are the labs. The whole camp is moderate, but functional. Reminds me of an army outpost. I'm struck by the lack of people. In fact, there's no one apart from an older woman sitting outside peeling a pile of potatoes. I smile and give her a nod, but she just stares back at me. Miss Marigold. I try not to get paranoid. Had the last 3 days off and you work tomorrow, then you have another 2 days off. Yeah, I had yesterday off, and then I decided not to stream as well because I was working on stuff, and I did get a lot done on my video, my highlight video. Maybe we'll actually get that one out before it's been 10 months since the last one. Oh wait, here. He stopped at the largest of the tents, indicating that I should go inside. I felt rude just walking in, so I made my presence known first. Ahem. Hello? A firm but friendly voice calls out. Come. I walk in, and there he is, hunched over some documents. The great Professor Purrfect. Sir, it's an honor to meet you. Yes, you must be Mews. Come on in, my dear. Whoa! Come on in, my dear. Okay, alright. Glad to have you on board. Good journey? Well, long. Yes, indeed. We're rather tucked away here. Let me offer you some refreshment. Water, coffee, something stronger, perhaps? Whiskey? I'm fine, thank you. Just some water if you have some. It'd be rude to let you drink whiskey on your own. I'll have a cup of tea if there's a pot on the go. Just some water if you have some. Now that's something we have an abundance of. There are plenty of safe natural springs on the island, but we have the bottled kind too. I'm relieved as he passes me a bottle. I'm not too keen to start drinking from natural water sources until I have personally checked that they're not used as cat urinals. Alright, fair enough I suppose. Cats don't normally do that, but alright. It'll take you a while to find your way around and discover how it all works, so for today, I thought I would just get you kitted out and maybe introduce you to some of the locals. The cats, that is. I believe you've already met most of the human locals? Oh? I've only met the ferryman, the security guard who brought me here. Yes, that's about it. And the lady outside? Ah, Miss Marigold. Her and her husband are the caretakers. Wonderful couple, the Marigolds. You'll meet them before too long. We're a tidy little family here, Mews, and I'm sure you'll fit in nicely. I love the enthusiasm. Should I try harder? What do you want from me? I'm just scared to put all my effort into this opening part here. Don't be mean to me. Thank you, sir. I hope so. Okay, so first things first. This is your basic kit. He begins going through a pile of things on his desk, explaining each of them in turn. This is your backpack. You put everything in it. We will be going on plenty of field trips, so it will be very useful. As well, your own water bottle, some disinfectant hand spray, and these are some heavy-duty reinforced gloves which are essential when tagging cats out in the wild. Don't want any scratches from felines we don't know, now do we? I suppose not. I shove each item into a new backpack as he gives them to me. Likewise, these goggles are here to be brought along with all field trips. This lot here, he indicates to a small pile of what looks like laundry. It's his basic uniform, lab coats, mask, stethoscope, etc. Okay, I was like, what? Portable first aid kit, camping knife with all tool attachments. Finally, and without doubt, most importantly, I can't read. What the heck is this? Apparently, this! He holds up something that looks a lot like a mobile phone, except it clearly isn't one. This is your catalog. Oh, for frick's sake, man. Catalog? Yes, the name comes from its earliest version. It was initially designed to record and store data on the cats, scan them, and log their details. But as you can see, we've come a long way since then. Now you can use it to communicate with the rest of our team. I've added everyone's contact details for you. Listen to music, take photos. There's even a pen that comes with it to insert microchips into the back of cats' necks so that we can keep track of them. This is weird. It is a very valuable piece of equipment, Mews, and I need you to protect it above all else. Do you understand? Alright. He's looking at me directly in the eye and clearly expecting a response. Yes, sir, of course, so we'll look after it. Good. You'll get to know all the functions as you go along, but for now, I suggest we take a stroll out and see if we can't find a few friends to introduce you to so that you can try it out. He hands me the gadget. I feel a bit nervous taking charge of it, but also really keen to have a go. I know, right? Thanks for pointing that out, Ava Neko. We head down to the beach. The professor explains things as we go. The mixture of terrain on Cat Island is quite unique. Even in such a relatively small area, you'll find forests, mountains, jungle, beaches, woodland, all of these different geological and ecological zones in one place. It really is most remarkable. It certainly is. Even the lack of wildlife is, in itself, quite remarkable. What do you mean, Professor? Well, put simply, there's a type of force field that surrounds the island, disallowing anything else to enter. You mean literally anything? Absolutely. No birds, fish, or other creatures of any kind can penetrate it. Forgive my lack of intelligence on this subject, but, we're here? Professor lets out a disconcertingly loud laugh. Ah, I see what you mean! Well, there is, of course, one small break in the invisible wall. That is where we built the jetty. But let's not get too bogged down in all of this right now. What you do need to know is that basically the island is shaped like a peanut. Okay? What exactly is the point of this subscriber race between PewDiePie and T-Series? It's a company fighting, well, trying to get more subs than an individual, right? So basically T-Series is a whole bunch of, it's like a massive amount of like channels and stuff, right? In another country. Where was it again? I can't even remember where it's located. And PewDiePie, I just don't like him. Personally, like, I don't have anything against him. You know, watch him if you want, but like, he's not for me anymore. Anyways, back to cats. He has picked up a nearby stick and draws a simple map in the sand. This, our end of the island, is very well known to us now. We've been researching here for many years. The other end is not so familiar to us. We have encountered difficulties that have hindered our progress in the region. What? What type of difficulties, Professor? Well, we're not as sure as we'd like to be, but what I can tell you is that the environment has an adverse effect upon humans, inducing nausea at the very least. And at the worst, fainting, migraines, possible nerve damage. Gosh, that is serious. As I say, it's best to keep away, but let's not go into all that now, my dear. Stop calling me my dear, that's very strange. Had a long day. For now, let's just say that we refer to the far end of the island as the danger zone. With good reason. I must ask you not to put yourself at risk by venturing beyond this mountain range here. First the map once more, drawing a line just past the center and an extra the section. Okay. There are wild, aggressive cats out there. I wouldn't want you getting too close to them. I'm gonna go straight there, guys. You get every cat your eyes landed on. You're gonna get Lulu? Okay. Okay. Is the chat okay here? Like about to overlap this. There. Maybe? No. Over here? I don't know where to put the chat today. Forget it. Unlike our lovely fellows closer to home, he has led me to a spot where a few cats are lounging about. What do you say we try out our catalog now, Mews? He stoops down and picks up one of the animals, a disgruntled-looking cat who was sleeping under the shade of a palm tree. Cat lets out a displeased mule, but doesn't struggle. Its large body, billowing with long orange fur, just sort of hangs in the professor's arm in lazy resignation. Would you like to have a go at scanning this delightful chap? I find the on switch and somewhat timidly activate it. You're back with Lulu. Right in the middle of the screen? Sure. You want it right there? Alright, we'll put it there. Sounds good. The gadget immediately comes to artificial life, emanating a boop 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 sound with a red pulsating light. I select the app labeled Cat Scan, and it's called Cat Scan, alright. And it loads instantly. There's no delay on this thing. The professor holds the cat towards me with arms outstretched. I'm sure he said the scanning chip is implanted in the back of the neck somewhere, but it's difficult to find this one's neck amidst the thick cloud of fur. I blow to make a parting and press the catalog to his skin. It's a bit like scanning groceries in the supermarket where I used to work. That should do it! He plops the Marmalade Tom back into the shade. Sure enough, upon withdrawal, I find the cat has successfully scanned. Floofy butt. Mow. Floofy butt. Name, Floofy butt. Gender, male. Age, 10 years, 4 months. Breed, red tabby Persian. Eye color, red. You look adorable, oh my gosh. Aw. That's nice of you. You had a cat named Annie.
Actually, I'm a snow leopard. Rawr.
You had a cat named Annie, and she was so fluffy. That's adorable. Also, I'm gonna put it there, and then I'm just gonna Mews. Mews? I'm gonna move Mews. Mews spot. Can't speak. Words fail me. Someone help. There we go. Mews spot will go in that corner. That's probably the best I can do. There we go. Apparently I'm feeling saucy, because remember it said that... Okay. Amazing! Clever, isn't it? A large part of your job here will be to tag and scan the cats, such as Mr. Floofy Butt here. Oh my gosh. But it looks like you'll have no problems at all in that area. Excellent work, Mews. Thank you, sir. I can't wait to get started. Oh. Why don't you get a bit more practice with the catalog and scan the rest of them while we're here? These five spend a lot of time together. You're like a little family, aren't you? Oh yes, you are. Purrfect seems to be a genuine cat lover like me. I think we're gonna get on great. Okay, here goes. No help this time. The professor steps back. You're naming your next cat Floofy Butt. Oh my gosh. She'll be kicked off by little Ellie when she gets bigger? Reminds you of Garfield. Makes sense. Ah, shoot, the little... That... Whatever, it's close. It's fine. There. I'm not moving the chat anymore. Sorry. First cat approach is very friendly, with beautiful calico markings. It comes towards me already purring. Ah! Trixie. Trixie, name Trixie, gender female, 3 years, 8 months, calico, American, short hair, eye color is green. Is she winking? She's winking. Next is an elegant, sleek, hairless cat sitting gracefully in the sun. She doesn't pay me much attention and allows me to scan her with minimal fuss. Snooty Booty. She's also winking. Blue hair. Or blue eye color. Fourth cat I approach is a nosy one. Meow 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 meow. McMurphy. 6 years, brown, crossbreed, and eye color is green. Finally, the one I've deliberately put off until last. He's been sulking around the edges of the activity, eyeing me suspiciously as though he could pounce at any moment. I laugh at myself, already projecting personalities onto these animals. Kibbles. Apparently he hisses. Kibbles, male, 3 years, white, British long hair, green eye color. He looks tired. Dang, Snooty Booty is old. I know, right? All done. I hope you enjoyed meeting some of the locals. The professor lets out a little laugh. I have a feeling you'll get to know them quite well in time. There's probably enough for your first day, don't you think? It's quite a lot to take in. I'm suddenly exhausted and grateful to be heading back to camp. Okay. Why do I play games that require reading when I can't read? No, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. It's quite late by the time I've unpacked and settled myself, but I want to write my journal entry before I sleep. I'm surprised at how chilly it is. I've pulled my sleeping bag right up to my chin, but I still feel goose pimples bloom over my arms. Shivering, I rub them to warm myself up. It makes me smile to think that this inherent reaction to the cold is what will be keeping my new feline friends warm tonight. My eyelids close, thinking of cats and the island and the professor. I didn't mess the paragraph up. Is that reverse psychology? The world around me drifts away as I float up into a dream. No! Stop that. And then Blackbeard visited me in my dream and, like, murdered me or something. I don't know. That was actually kind of terrifying, to be completely honest. Oh, dear. I'm not sure how long I've been asleep, but I wake with a violent jolt that leaves me sitting bolt upright. It's too dark to see anything, but I hear a rustling, then a strange electronic noise, one that in my sleepy confusion I can't place right away. Boop, boop, boop. The catalog! Acting on instinct, I scramble to my feet and follow the noise out of the tent. I look around me and my fears are confirmed when I catch sight of a pulsating red light getting fainter in the direction of the forest. I snap into action, running as fast as I can. Barefoot, dressed in my pajamas, running at full speed into the forest in the darkened night. I must be crazy. The words of the Professor Pawpern are ringing in my ears. I need you to protect it above all else. My legs are trembling beneath me. I stop feeling my heart beat heavy throughout my... I stop? Oh, I stop. Comma! Feeling my heartbeat heavy throughout my body. I wheeze in and out, my breath billowing in front of me in white puffs. I shouldn't feel like this. Why am I so dizzy? I try to get my bearings and realize I've blundered precariously close to the danger zone. I can just make out the shapes of some large animals in front of me before my eyes close and I drop to my knees. I'm about to be murdered by cats. I open my eyes. The calico cat I scanned yesterday is sitting in front of me. She drops the catalog at my feet. I pass out. Hello? Can you hear me? Floofy butt. Are you okay? What is it? Don't be ridiculous, Kibbles. It's a human. Oh yeah, yuck. I can smell it now. It smells like a human. Oh, do be quiet. Are they alive? Of course it's alive. It's breathing, you imbecile. Why isn't it moving? Why you come on and give them some... Will you come on and give them some space? Move back a bit. Yes, stand back. Move out of my way. Let me have a proper look. I begin to come to. The Sphinx is standing over me as I open my eyes. We stare at each other for a moment while I try to take in what's happening. Is this one defective? Oh, I feel sick. I'm gonna puke. Cats watch me intently. Am I going insane? Ouch, my head! What is it chatting about? They're scared and confused. Let me talk to them. Human? Are you alright? You. I remember. You took my catalog. Oh, but I gave it back to you. It's back in your pocket now. Tried to reach in my pocket and realized my hands are scratched to shreds. Ow, 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 ow. What's wrong with my hands? I try to stand. Ow, 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 ow. My feet. What happened to me? Yeah, I guess that's from all the climbing. Told you it wasn't ready for that yet. What's that ready for what? Its atomical structure is far too delicate. I tried to slow it down. Yeah, Floof, you tried restraining a human who's... Yeah, Floof, you tried restraining a human that's that determined. It's like a Marigate. Its atomical structure didn't seem that delicate to me. I was like a what? Doing what? You made your own way back to the beach. Okay, but that doesn't explain. I show my bleeding hands. Ah, you crawled, Kara. Kara? Who's Kara? That's not my name. It's a term of endearment. It's an Irish thing. It's inappropriate. Wait, I crawled? You sure did. Like a cat? Yep. All the way from the mountains? Like a bleeding mountain lion. Impressive. But why? because you got the sickness. Shh! Maybe you should sit down, human. We need to have a talk. Probably a long talk. Talk? Yes, that's right. Since when do cats talk? Oh, for goodness sake, since the dawn of time, how else do you think we communicate? Stop splitting whiskers, Major. You know full well what the human is saying. I think the revelation here, Chara, is that you can understand us. There we go. Yes, that too. Will someone please explain what's going on here? Does this mean you turned into a cat? I don't think so. Maybe. We'll see. Well, we don't fully understand everything ourselves, at least not all the details of how it works. I think being stood in a forest surrounded by a bunch of talking cats is about as much detail as anybody would want. I agree. More to the point, we're rather hoping you would be able to help us. You are the scientist, after all. What we do know is that the clock has started ticking for you. What do you mean? Well, there's no easy way to say this, Kara. You'll be catified! I'll be what? Whether you help or not, you don't have a lot of time before, if I may. It would seem we are basing this on our experiences to date, that when a human manages to find themselves in what I believe you call the danger zone, they are vulnerable in ways that they previously were not. That is to say, you're screwed! Alright. You're not helping, don't make me... Well, man, Lion. There'll be no violence of any kind. Forgive me for being a bit panicked here. The vulnerability to which Snooty Booty was referring is, simply put, if you are bitten or scratched by an elder cat within the danger zone, you will begin a process of change that ultimately will result in a full feline transition. Catified. So basically you're telling me I'm a werecat? I look down and in amongst the scratches on my hand are two distinct puncture marks. The reality of a situation descended on me like a cold mist. Basically, yes. My hand is spinning. This is too much for me to take in. Take a breather now, Kara. You're not looking so good. What? Have I started to change? Feel my head for ears, for everything seems to be normal. No. I just meant you're looking a bit shaky. Understandably so. I could take a few deep, steady breaths and calm myself enough to say, okay, so... Why? How? What? Give me some data from what we got so far. Look, we'll answer anything we can, but the truth is, we have more questions than answers ourselves. So, you said you need my help. What exactly would that entail? Well, finding our friends would be a start. The cats on this island, they're going missing. We don't know what's happening to them, but the body count is rising and we've hit a wall. A lot of ignorance, maybe? Really, how many times do I have to tell you? The Muellers are to the blame. Muellers? Now, Floofy, but there's no need for name-calling. Speaking of name-calling, I'll remind you to call me Major, madam. Look, they can't help the way they are. It's lack of breeding, you know? Overbreed, if you ask me. Again, Muellers? They're the elder cats, the island or originals. They can't speak the way we can, hence the derogatory term Muellers. And how are they to blame exactly? Well, if I knew that, there would be no need for this elaborate kidnapping. It's hardly proving to be a roaring success, after all. Look, Kara, all we really know is that we are no longer safe on this island. The elders who live within the danger zone are hostile towards us. Not sure why, it's just always been that way, and now because cats are being taken, nowhere else is safe either. You expect the occasional mishaps. We live in an undomesticated world here, after all. But lately, cats have been disappearing almost every day. Even the last human we catified went missing. I'm sorry, what? Let's not open old wounds, Kibbles. Yes, onward and upwards. Well, first things first, this werecat thing. Catification! Transition! Whatever! How does it work? Time passes, then you transform into a cat. Yeah. It's a gradual process. It's different for everyone, but you won't just turn overnight. The clock is ticking, however. First side effect of the transition is being able to understand us. Well, some of us. Not the elders, obviously. Not all the domestics either. Then you have the whole heightened senses thing, increased agility, crazy body hair stuff. Let's not worry the human with all the details just yet. I assume there's an antidote? I'm afraid you're going to be disappointed in that assumption. Hang on, you said there was someone else you'd put in this position? Well, let's hope you're a better bet than they were. Fortunately, they weren't able to discover an antidote or get our friends back. I know where their notes are, though. Really? Trade? Huh? You help us, and I'll give you their progress reports. Help the kitties. Do not help the kitties. I'm kind of a bit upset that they just did this to me. You know, I would have liked to have had, an option in the beginning. You know, do you want to be catified? I would have said yes, but I still would have liked to have been asked first. Not much of a choice, really, is it? Afraid not. Okay, fine. So where do I start? Is there anything you can tell me that will help me track down your missing friends? Will no one listen to sense? Start with the Muellers, and I'll eat my hat if it doesn't end there too. Whispers. Don't mind him. He's set in his ways. You have every reason to believe the abductions take place in your part of the island. Yes, nowhere near the danger zone, or the elders. Well, that doesn't make much more sense. I suppose nothing around here does. My catalog starts beeping. Oh, my alarm! I have to get to work! You run along now. We don't want you arousing suspicion with your people. You can meet us later. I'll make sure those reports are in your tent before this evening. Thanks, Kara. You're 1 in a million. I imagine the odds are far greater than that, given your health status. Go! And thanks from all of us. Aww. This isn't much of a dating sim currently. I mean, yeah. Hold up, is this my tent? Did I do this in like a day? Dang. Alright. After a rather painful journey, I am very grateful to finally limp into camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I'm about to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all. At least it's not Honey Pop, oh my goodness. Ooh. Unknown number. Are you sure it's wise to trust everyone? Anyone? What on earth does that mean? Me. What is this? There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confided. Oh! Whoa! Now we got mystery elements in this too. I'm liking this. Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone and my catalog has no record of them. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. Ah, Mews, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? Terribly sorry, sir. I think the traveling and all the excitement of yesterday. I take punctuality very seriously. It cuts across my apology. Not to worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed with most things, as long as you get the work done. I don't much mind what hours you keep. Thank you, sir. So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you? He's looking at the scratches all over my hands. Oh. I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush. Not a secret drinker, are you, Mews? Oh no, sir, I'm a bit of a lightweight, to tell you the truth. Just teasing. We have to get those hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty to me. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a ball and some cotton wool. He begins cleaning, tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things, but from tomorrow, I'll let you make your own choices about how best to carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your jobs as my research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is completed, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. Naturally, I need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. So is this your new stream schedule because of your work schedule, Mews? Yes. For the most part, it'll probably be like, just moving everything forward an hour. So instead of my latest time starting being 9, my latest time starting will be like 8. Unless I have the day off, in which case, I might stream for hours. But yeah, I'll always be done by like 9 o'clock now that I work at 10. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behavior is crucial to our research. There's plenty to see and do, however, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? Try to get the balance right. That's the spirit, so there you are. I've done a first-class job on my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. Spend the rest of the day with the professor getting to know how the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I will be performing routinely. By the end of the day, I'm exhausted. Make my way to my tent. I have to flop onto my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. Report that Kibble's promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do anything better? Will I just turn into a cat? I decide that's not an option and resolve to get going on my own research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust and see if I can get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. There's a small glimmer of hope. I guess this is where the dating part comes in. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. First morning of a wake up on the island. So excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into lab research, or maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself? Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. We're like an hour in and the dating is just now starting. What should I do today? Romance, apparently. Tomorrow's Valentine's Day. Have any plans, Mews? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's actually like 90% of the reason why I decided that this would be a good game to play. I don't know. Anyways, recon, romance. Let's do recon first. Oh, okay. The security guard I met when I arrived might be a good lead. Time for a bit of interrogation work. Strange message in the middle of the night. Doesn't anyone on this island sleep? Yeah, let's go with that one. I hear my catalog beeping. I presume it's the professor. I tumble out of bed, half asleep, and fumble around looking for the device. Look at the screen, my eyes struggling to focus. The message isn't from the professor at all. There's no contact information. No number. Come outside. Who is this? Come outside. They honestly aren't going to respond to my question. Should I do as the message tells me? What do you guys think? Should I go outside? Aw, that's nice, Viv. I figured that probably I shouldn't stream tomorrow just because... Oh, actually no, I probably should stream tomorrow. Yeah, I'll probably stream. YOLO? Oh dear. Alright, sure, let's go outside. My curiosity aroused, I have a feeling there's something important to learn from this stranger, so I throw on my clothes and crawl out of my tent. I don't see anything out of the ordinary. Anyone out here? My catalog beeps again. Walk to the edge of the forest. Alright, now you're being creepy. I'm not going any further until you tell me who you are. Walk to the edge of the forest. No. Walk to the edge of the forest. Walk to the edge of the forest. Stop it! But now I realize I have walked to the edge of the forest. At the edge of the forest, I see something on the ground. As I get closer, it becomes clear that it's a small posy of flowers. I gingerly pick them up and notice that several of the flowers' heads are missing. Catalog beeps again. Follow the petals. That's... No, come on. Now you're getting weird. Like, go to the edge of the forest is bad enough. Now we're following petals. That's when I see the trail of little orange petals, the same color as the bouquet I'm holding. Well, I've come this far. No turning back now. I begin to walk. I'm nervous, so I call out. Hello? No answer. Louder this time. Hello? 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 Who's that? Who goes there? Major, is that you, Floofy Butt? Really wish you wouldn't call me that, human. What on earth do you think you're playing at? Cursely walking floors in dead of night, causing a ruckus. It's becoming somewhat weird. Yeah, it definitely is. Oh, Major! You don't know how pleased I am to see you. I need your help. And this can't wait until a civilized hour? I'm afraid it can't. I'm not the one insisting this. I've been getting messages from an anonymous source asking me to follow them into the forest. Look! They've left this trail. Ah! Lundra Mardimat? Apparently that's probably the scientific name for it. Marigolds! Herb of the sun! They're said to represent creativity, though some believe them to be a symbol of cruelty and grief. Your knowledge is always so impressive, but I have to say on this occasion, it's not very comforting. Floofy Butt goes striding off with purpose. Come along then, Mews! Are we going to follow this trail or not? I shuffle awkwardly behind him. Before the sun comes up, eh? We continue on for a short while and notice that the petals are getting more sparse. It's become more difficult to see them until eventually they seem to run out. We find ourselves at a small clearing. Well, it appears someone has been playing a joke on you, Mews. I sadly agree. This has been nothing but a wild goose chase. Seems so, Major. I'm sorry for dragging you into this. Let's get back to our beds before we waste any more precious snooze time on this fool. I turned to Floofy Butt and noticed that his back is arched and his fur is puffed up, making him look even more floofy than usual. Something wrong, Major? You tell me, human. Does that pile of rocks look suspicious to you? Oh, no. Amongst misrated rock piles, I noticed a small, contrived-looking carom? Right, looks far from natural. That looks to me like it's asking to be inspected, Major. Well, get to it, Mews. You're the one with the thumbs. Begin to dismantle the small mound rock by rock. It's not until the foundation stone is removed that we find a manila envelope. Major, look! It's a letter! Looks rather large for a letter, my dear. Think you ought to open it. Here, or back at the base? Having got you this far, I think it's only fair that I have equal share of the spoils. Spoils? Yes, perhaps we should look right now, Major. As I'm speaking, I've torn into the envelope. Well, out with it. Looks like drawings? What sort of drawings? I'm not sure. They're quite old. Antique, even. But do they have value, human? Probably to someone. They appear to be sketches of people here on the island, but I don't recognize anyone. Why would someone lead me to these? How do you know you were meant to find them? Because we followed the trail and it led us here. Actually, the trail ended a while back. This could be a mere coincidence. I hardly see the intrigue in a few old scribbles. They show no artistic flair at all. Oh, even so, I'm going to hang on to these and see if they prove relative to whatever mystery is unfolding here on this island. Floofy rolls his eyes. You really ought to focus more on the clues that matter instead of running around in the middle of the night on wild goose chases. Let's head back before anyone discovers you're missing. Blah. Roll the drawings up and tuck them into my waistband. Alright. Thought you said they were antique, but sure. I will study them when I have more time. I think Floofy Butt is right, but I don't want to miss a trick. Get some rest now, Mews. Finally, a sensible suggestion. I head after Floofy Butt, struggling to keep up. I really need some sleep. Okay. 1.4 of antidote. We could do some research. We could do some romance. This dude has no respect for antique art. I love the pictures. Do you see these in the background? They're beautiful. That one's amazing. Let's do research. I'm just trying to unlock more cats. Plus, I only have 3 days. Alright, we'll do research and then we'll do romance. Time to round up some rowdy kitties. Slow day today. Got to organize a few samples from previous field trips. Today I'm off on field trip of sorts with the professor. I can't wait to see what he's planning to show me. Yeah, let's do that one. Professor Purrfect told me to be ready early and dressed for hiking, as we're going to do field work this morning. I'm not sure that I have anything that would pass for hiking gear, to be honest. Some sturdy shoes would be good. Oh well, lab coat and trainers is then, as usual. A message from the professor lights up my catalog. Professor Purrfect. Set to go? I'm waiting outside my tent. Ah, Mews. Are you ready for our field work today? Yes, of course, Professor. May I ask where you were going? Somewhere I think you'll find very interesting. Look at his face, though. The professor hands me a backpack. Here, take this bag. It's very full, but surprisingly light. Purrfect has set off on a brisk pace, calling back to me over his shoulder. This way! I run to catch up to him. After some serious hiking, with me struggling to keep up, the professor stops abruptly and listens. Do you hear that? The distinct sound of bubbling water. We're almost there. Secretly, I'm relieved, as I don't think I can go much farther. Just a little climbing. Climbing? I hide my dismay. Where does he get this energy from? It's just at the top there. It's not as difficult a climb as it looks. We are in front of an almost vertical rock face. Just copy me. He clambers up expertly. I manage to find a spot that will support my footing and start the climb. I make little progress before slipping and falling down on my bum. I try again. This time I take it slow. Again I fall. What happened to the benefits of catification the others keep going on about? The professor notices I'm having trouble and holds a hand out for me. I manage to climb up just enough to take hold of him. He lifts me the rest of the way. His strength is impressive. Curious, even. Not a fan of climbing, eh? Can't say I've done much of it, Professor. Come along, then. I can get you there. Pretty much pulls me all the way to the top, and then leads me to the entrance of a small cave. The sound of running water is very loud now. Baloo has fallen asleep on your belly. Aww. This is certainly strange. Why is the professor so strong and agile? I instantly see why. A natural spring has cut its way through the rock and create a beautiful cascade of sparkling clear water. It looks delicious. I kneel down without thinking and began to drink. It tastes amazing. As I come up for breath, I see the professor looking at me with suspicion. You should know better. It's never wise under any circumstance to ingest something that is unproven, but here, on this island, it would be prudent to exercise more caution than usual. I feel embarrassed at my lack of consideration. Yes, of course, sir. I wasn't thinking. I felt so thirsty and it looked so good. I do understand. Many have made the same error. Fortunately for you, this is tried and tested for safe consumption. It's good, don't you think? My body feels so re-energized. I feel like I could climb any wall. It's incredible. I feel fantastic. What's in it? We don't know. That's why we're here. We need more samples. We've been studying this water for months now. We still know very little about it. Check your bag. I open my bag. It's full to the brim with empty plastic bottles. We'll need to fill all of these with water. We're going to need as much as we can carry. I do as he says. By the time all the bottles are full and back in the bag, it weighs a ton. I feel like I can lift anything. The effect of the water is powerful. The professor also packed his own rucksack with bottles. This should do for now. Let's get these back. Okay. Professor Pawpur reminds you of a weird Professor Oak. I can see it. I can see it. Oh. As we make our way down the rock face and back to camp, I have no problem keeping up with the professor. I feel I could run all the way. However, as we get closer to home, I start to feel the effects wear off. My bag becomes unbearably heavy. The final limp into the camp is torture. I need to rest. Okay. Did a little bit of research. Time for romance. Who should we talk to? There's like little sparkles that are popping up as well. Their faces light up so much. You wanna go? Alright, we'll go for Snooty Booty. We're gonna go on a date with Snooty Booty. Splayed out like a starfish on the beach in my bathing clothes. It's a swelteringly hot day, and I find it hard to concentrate on my work, so here I am. I let the cool sea wash over my beaten legs as I lay back on the sand. I hear a long, loud sigh coming from somewhere nearby. I sit up to see where it came from. Snooty Booty, in response, under the shade of a palm tree, is looking around her with a concerned expression. One that I've never really seen on a cat before. Never really seen a cat make before. I go over to her to see if I can help with something. She looks so like small and noodle shaped. Are you okay, Snooty Booty? She lets out another long, wistful sigh. To be quite frank with you, human, no. I am not okay. I cannot expose this delicate skin of mine to the sun, but there is something I need to retrieve from further down the beach. It's quite the predicament. Oh, right. Want me to fetch it for you? Oh! Would you really be so kind, human? I would be very grateful. So happy. Sure, it's no problem. We can't have you putting that delicate skin of yours at risk, can we? Snooty Booty looks grave. Indeed not. Skincare must come above else. Don't you know? One must never expose one's skin to the elements, human. It really is quite aging. One must also never get stressed if one wishes to retain one's useful aura, which is rather difficult on this frightful island. Oh, I know, believe me. How do you know? Are you stressed? Oh no, that would upset me terribly. Really? That's sweet of you. Of course, you really are a precious thing. Oh my gosh. I do so hope you are finding your time here pleasant. Don't worry about me, Snooty Booty, I'm fine. Now that... just the name mixed in, like, I'm just reading it so casually, it's just like, alright. Now, what was it you'd like me to get for you? Well, before I tell you, I must ask you don't inform the others of the whereabouts of this particular item. It's very dear to me, you see, and one of the few luxuries I have all to myself. Of course, there's no problem. I can be discreet when I need to be. I do hope so, human. You see, along the beach just south of here, there is a tree which bears the ripest of coconuts all year round. It's quite splendid. The coconuts are always so sweet and creamy. Snooty Booty looks as if she's lost in a wonderful dream. Sounds lovely. It is. I like to drink coconut water as often as I can, as it's so good for the skin and waistline. But the less civilized denizens of the island keep knocking the coconuts down before they're fully matured. Fortunately, no one else seems to have discovered this particular tree yet. Well, okay, Snooty Booty. I'll try to find some coconuts for you. I'll be back soon. You have my thanks, human. You like my thumbnail? I appreciate it. I worked on that like 15 minutes before the stream. I was just like, alright, let's do this. Oh dear. Oh. Been walking for a lot longer than Snooty Booty led me to believe. I'm not sure if this is even the right tree, but they all look the same to me, although this one does seem to have more coconuts than the others. I decide to take a chance and bundle up as many as I can carry in my arms and haul them to her ladyship. By the time I get back to Snooty Booty, I'm faint from exertion, not to mention walking so far in the sun. I fall to my knees, panting in front of her. Here you go, Boots. She eyes the pile with a distinct air of disapproval. I only need one coconut, human. Oh, these are far too many. Well, I do apologize, madam. Tell me you didn't plunder the tree. No, there were plenty on the ground already, so... Oh, well, there's a small mercy. At least you didn't hack them down. Hack them down with what? Well, your hands are rather large and leathery. Snooty Booty, I do not use my hands for deforestation. Oh, it's a perfect thumbnail. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. I don't know how to feel about this game, and this... I'm gonna have to play this again tomorrow, I think. Well, I'm sure you did your very best, although I really don't know what I'm going to do with so many coconuts. You're welcome, I'm sure. I look down at the pile of coconuts, and it strikes me properly for the first time how strange it is that there are no creatures on the island to plunder them. What do you think it is, Snoots, that keeps wildlife away from the island? Do you mean the magnetic barrier? Magnetic barrier? Oh, do keep up, human. I thought you were meant to be a scientist. I realize she must be referring to the force field that surrounds the island. Now be a dear and crack one open for me. With my enormous hands. Hey Troy, welcome to the stream. How you doing? Well, you could try, I suppose. I push down the irritation that is slowly rising in me and smile politely. On second thought, I'll be right back with a screwdriver. A what? Snooty Booty looks horrified. It's a sharp metal tool that bores into things. What on earth do you need one of those for? So that I can make a hole to get the water out of the coconut? How else would you suppose I do it? But look around you, dear. Look at nature's bounties. What about that? Snooty gestures with a limp paw at his sharp shard of rock nearby. Snoots, how do you usually get the water out of the coconut when there isn't a human around? Well, exuberant Kibbles simply loves to break things. Had you not noticed? It's one of the few reasons I tolerate him, don't you know? Far better than your screw dribblers, don't you think? Reach around and pick up the rock. It does look like it could actually do the job. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, she just called her hands enormous, so... Enormous and leathery, so yeah, that's why. Okay, let's give it a try. Here it goes. Holding the coconut in a palm leaf, I gently tap the shell a few times with the stone before finally whacking it. It cracks open surprisingly easily, and the water drains into the leaf. There now! See how nature provides, human? Yep. Again, you're welcome. Quite. Snooty Booty stretches her neck and then upper body towards the leaf. She sticks out her tongue as far as it can go before raising her big eyes to me. I can't quite seem to... Suddenly realize what she's getting at. Maybe you should get up. Let me help. So she can't reach the leaves, so I can either help her or I could be like, hey, why don't you just get up and do it? Make another Thief Gold episode? Oh, were you watching those recently? I could maybe do that. I can maybe do that. I suddenly realize what she's getting at. I'll help her. I let her struggle for a moment or two before I begin to feel a little bit like a child pulling the wings off of a fly. She can't help the way she is. Seem to be struggling a bit, Boots. Well, you've placed my libation slightly out of my reach. I'm sorry, would you like me to help? Bring it a little closer, perhaps? Well, of course I would, human. Are you being deliberately obtuse? I'd very much like to help you, Snoots, but you make it rather difficult. How? I don't understand. I've been perfectly clear in my instructions. You see, I am under a spell. It's a very powerful one, which prevents me from following any instructions unless accompanied by some magic words. Oh? Would you care to enlighten me? Well, it would go something like this. Please, human, would you mind passing me my libation? Thank you very much. There is a pause during which I'm really not sure what Snooty Booty's thinking. Suddenly the Sphinx erupts into peals of laughter. I seem to have forgotten my manners. Please, do be so kind, human. I would be most obliged. Oh, go on then. You're a seasoned catnip dealer. Yeah. I don't work at a restaurant anymore. I work at a grocery store. Which is why I'm streaming earlier now, because I work overnights. I nudge the leaf closer to her and she delicately laps at it. Truly am indebted. Many thanks. That looks delicious. Snooty agrees without taking a break. You know, searching for those coconuts was thirsty work. I'm sure it was. She still laps at the water. Cough. Oh, my throat is a bit scratchy, especially in this heat. Snooty Booty finally comes up for air. Quite. That's the beauty of the coconut, you see. So hydrating and most palatable, too. You really ought to try it sometime. I look down at the now dry palm leaf. Yes, that's a good idea, Boots. And the very best thing after drinking coconut water is to curl up and have a nap, you know? Beauty sleep is most important. Oh, is that so? Indeed, human. I suppose you have other things to do now? Well... Snooty Boo yawns and closes her eyes. I suppose I do. Sweet dreams, princess. She snores softly in reply. That was interesting. Alright then. There's a cooldown on all sound effects. So you'll have to use one of the other ones. It's actually in the description and stuff. There's lots of them. exclamation point anime was just used, so there's Meow. I think RAR is up for grabs too. Okay, so I can rest. Yeah, let's rest. Trixie and Kibbles have brought me to the ridge where the pools of colored water collect. We call them the rainbow pools. It's a beautiful day and there's a vivid rainbow across the sky. Kibbles is over the other side from me, shouting. Wow! Look at this! Come over here! He sounds further away than he is. My hearing isn't quite right, but I don't mind. What is it? You need to see it! Suddenly I'm beside him. He's looking over the edge of the cliffs. When I look down, the sea is further away than I expect. It's such a long way down. Do you see it? I feel a push from behind, and as I begin to fall, I hear Trixie laugh. Curiosity did what? They just murdered me. I'm not falling at all. I'm floating like a feather. Fly, little bird, fly away home. This is the best feeling ever. I'm now going higher up towards the rainbow. I'm going to touch it. This is totally a dream. Mind you, don't get scorched by the sun. I feel myself being shaken. Umi, you really ought to go in now. It's too hot out here to sleep. On the patch of the scrub grass beside my tent, I was just having a moment of shut-eye in the sun, but I must have fallen asleep. Oh, thank you, Trixie. I smile as the calico cat they surreptitiously scratch at the prickly heat on my legs. That was a weird sentence. Does that one not work? I feel like I've seen a lot of people use that without actually doing the thing. Oh, I know why. That one doesn't get an exclamation point. That's the reason. I'm just gonna make a second one with the exclamation point, so do the same thing. Oh, you didn't mean to give Mewsbot your catnip? Oh dear. It's fine? Oh, okay. That's good, I'm glad. Where's... I didn't have... What? Tried to make a new thing. Oh, I got it. That's why. There we go. Alright. I fixed it, Vivian. Not Vivian. My goodness. I keep saying... I'm sorry. I apologize. Let's do research. Research! I don't want to do research, actually. I guess recon? Do 4. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now, too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become the security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off of it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy nap of the island. Long, lazy lap of the island to make sure everything's secure? I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decided it's time to get to know this island bouncer and get to join him at the dock. And go and join him at the dock. Yeah. I sit next to Zane. Me on the sand, him in that chair. Why that chair? He's not wearing his big coat. The short-sleeved shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. Never truly thought of him as security in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. Pluck up the courage to talk. Hey Zane, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. I suppose I am, yes. I don't get to chat with humans much in my job. Research Assistant 125. Rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh, yes, I guess that's me. What does the number stand for anyhow? You don't know? Yes, moment. Words! Modestly? What? I'm still glued to the crossword file. I don't care. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. My goodness, which project would that be? This one, the whole research project that's going on? Is there more than this one? Depends who you ask. You. I was asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to know. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it all, aren't you? My interests consist of what's for dinner and when my next puzzle book's coming. When it's coming, you get it delivered? Comes with the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels? The letters, yeah. Letters? Who would go through the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks serious. It's safer sending mail the old-fashioned way. With emails, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. Besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? Alright then. There's an awkward silence. Of course, being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can do the cryptic puzzles in Daily Inquirer. This line usually gives me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, I couldn't make things more awkward than they already are. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly? Zane looks up, his eyes looking straight at mine, unwavering and hard. No. Have you? Well, not exactly, but... He looks at me properly for the first time since we met. I have definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. Just being silly, the lack of human company can get to me, gives me daft ideas, such as... Still staring at me as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me, like children, hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give them credit for. Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? Wow, what am I watching? You're watching a dating sim with cats. Yes. You're a sneaky kitty. They know when to stay out of the sun. They're going pink. You're going pink. Oh. The moment, if there was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Zane silently scribbled in his book as I leave. Well, that was interesting. Alright, we did more recon. We do more romance. Oh no! Murphy! McMurphy is... He's feeling dejected. Aww. I'm so sad. McMurphy, no! You seemed like a fun guy. I'm way too upset about this. He doesn't want to talk to me anymore. I've talked to Snooty Booty and now McMurphy won't talk to me. Oh my gosh. Alright, Snooty Booty, hello. We're gonna go on a date with you. Snooty Booty? Snoots? I've been searching for the Sphinx for what seems like ages. For a cat that never seems to move, she's surprisingly difficult to find. I am answered eventually by an unintelligible murmur coming from the shade of a nearby tree. Of course, she's sleeping. Sleeping! Words! Snooty Booty! I poke at her gently to try and rouse her. I have something for you, a gift, as it happens. Oh, human, it's you. Whatever are you doing up and about at this time? It's midday, Boots. Snoots stares at me uncomprehensively. I have an hour for lunch and I came to spend it with you. But if it's not a convenient time, I could always find something else to do. Wait, you mentioned a gift? Well, yes, I suppose. I have the idea when we were drinking... Well, when you were drinking from the coconut I fetched for you the other day. I took some of the remaining coconuts over to the lab and cooked up some coconut oil. Snoots opens her mouth wide. I sit awkwardly staring at her, unsure what exactly she's doing. Well, I'm ready to break my fast, human. It's hard sometimes to know whether to laugh or spit with this spoiled feline. No, Boots. This isn't for eating. You mentioned how good coconut water is for you, so I thought you might like some coconut oil to rub into your skin. Keep you moisturized and youthful? Aren't you terribly clever? I can't help but blush. Snooty Booty rarely compliments anyone, so I feel honored. You may begin. It's only slightly weird because she's like a sphinx. Snooty Booty rolls onto her back, exposing her plump pink tummy to me. Oh, you want me to rub it in for you? Snooty Booty simply smiles in response. Well, a please wouldn't go amiss. Yes, well, I don't want to make a fuss, but I would prefer it if you asked first. I sigh. There's not much point in arguing with Princess Snooty Booty. I don't think she actually means to be rude. Sometimes she just doesn't seem to understand how to talk to people as equals. And she's a cat. This is getting really weird. Yes, it is. This is what we should have expected, though, right? It's probably what we should have expected. I don't have the energy to deal with it today, but I make a note at some point she and I are going to have a little chat about etiquette. Please, may I rub this coconut oil to your skin? Oh, no. Oh my gosh. Alright, yes you may. I pour some of the pungent liquid into the palm of my hand and rub it together with the other. I have no idea what I'm doing, as I've never massaged anyone before, but I work along the lines of putting sunscreen on a friend. As I touch the warm, loose skin on Snooty's primordial pouch, I'm struck by how delicate she really is, and I try to be as gentle as possible. Is this okay? You're very skillful with your hands, humans. Okay. I do so wish I had those thumb things. They seem so useful. They're quite handy, to be honest. But paws are cool, too. Snooty Booty lazily inspects one of her paws. Do my paws next, will you? Snooty's skin is reacting well to the treatment and has become shiny and pliant. I see the good it is doing. I move on to massage her paws, but I am quite taken aback by the length of her claws. Oh my, Boots, your claws are really quite long. Don't you use a scratch post or anything? A what? You know, something abrasive to file them on? Whatever for? Well, it's part of being cat, really. Stops them catching on things. Snooty Booty is peering at me with one judgmental eye open. Caught on what, exactly? Oh, I don't know, Snoots. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it's fine. Oh no, do go on. I'm intrigued. You seem to be implying that there is a degree of neglect in my grooming. No! I most certainly am not. You are by far the most high-maintenance, highly groomed cat I've ever seen. In fact, you are the perfect example of a sphinx. Yeah, Viv, your face. Oh my gosh, no, stop! Oh no! Why? Oh my gosh, there's not even that high of a chance for that one. There's like, oh my god, it's like 1 in 20 at least. Frick. Why? I'm dying. I'm a what, Sphinx? She's trying to get me to say perfect again. It's hard to keep my face straight. Absolutely perfect, Snoots. And you're an expert? Well, I wouldn't call myself that, but I have been reading up on Sphinx cats, and you have all of the characteristics of a pedigree. It's very sweet of you to say, so remind me, what would those be? Flatter her, be accurate. This is why I have sound effects on my stream. This is why. For the just... Oh, very strangely entertaining. Yes, this is. I hesitate for a moment trying to remember what pause for thought listed as the top features for to look for in a Sphinx. There was rather a lot of info, and I want to give her the best bits. Flatter her. Sure. You just spit your water everywhere? Fair enough. Well, let's see. I have a feeling Snooty Booty would not appreciate some of the common qualities of a Sphinx, including wrinkles and pot bellies, so I decided to cherry pick and dress it up a bit. Sphinx cats are well known for their beautiful big eyes and high, prominent cheekbones. Snooty Booty extends her neck and widens her eyes. She also appears to suck in her cheeks, which gives her the look of someone who's not wearing their dentures. It's very disconcerting. And they are very shapely. Isn't strictly true. Sphinxes tend to be quite muscular, but something tells me Snooty Booty wouldn't approve of that description. She has now extended her entire body into what looks like a yoga stretch. I see. Go on. Their skin is soft, buttery? It's sort of true because they don't have fur to soak up excess oils. Sphinx cats can become quite greasy. It is recommended that they be padded down with a cloth as part of their regular grooming. Oh no! I'm listening. And, very regal? Regal? I'm not sure where that word came from, but Snooty Booty seems to enjoy it. Well, human. It seems you are vast in accurate knowledge of my kind. I'm rather impressed with you. I blush. It's not often that she gives out compliments, but when she does, it makes you feel like $1 million. Thank you, Snoots. Not this face! Which prompts me to take what you were saying about my claws far more seriously. Do you think you ought to tend to them? I figured. In what way? The length. I believe you were suggesting they ought to be trimmed. I wasn't saying that, but I don't think it's such a bad idea. Perhaps I can help you with that? A manicure! What a marvelous idea. Let's say tomorrow, same time. Well, if I can get away. Feel like she's playing me. You really are most kind. Thank you, human. With those few words, my heart is a paddle at her feet. Okay, Vivian. Not Vivian! Ah! At this point, I've said it too many times, I can't stop from saying Vivian when I just mean Viv. I don't know why. I'm gonna call you Big Ma'am. Big Mama. Oh my gosh. Words are failing me today. I need to stop. I don't know what's happening. Someone save me. What has happened here? I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna go get more water. Give me like 30 seconds. Yeah, okay. Okay. So, yeah, I think we all needed a little moment there. The antidote is 6.9% completed. Let's see, is there anything in recon at the moment? Because we'll be able to finish that one. Nope, we've completed whatever was in recon. Let's go back to romance, because we did say we'd be back the next day. I'm still sad about McMurphy, but... Hey, Snooty Booty, you want me to give you a manicure, right? Hey, Snoots, fancy seeing you here. Really? But this is my spot, human. I'm often found here. I let it go because I'm so excited about what I've brought. Pick a hand. I hold my fist out in front of Snooty Booty. Oh, a game. How merry. She stretches out her paw in the direction of my left hand. Ta-da! I open it to reveal a piece of coarse stone that I cut up in the lab. Oh, what a lovely rock you have there. It's coarse stone. I thought it could work well as a nail file. What a clever thing you are. It's not even the best bit. Look. I open the other fist to reveal my fantastic find. Oh my, what is that thing? It's nail polish. I found it in the lab. I have no idea who it could have belonged to, and honestly, I don't like to think too much about it, but I figured I could borrow it for one short hour without anybody missing it. And it looks like just your color. I squint at the bottom of the bottle. It's called Desire. Oh no, did you... Oh, you clicked so fast that... Oh. I raised my eyebrows at the Sphinx. Oh, nail polish, you say? Show me, human. She suddenly seems more interested. I thought I could try giving you a salon-style manicure, befitting a lady. Most sweet of you. Now shall we sort the snacks and drinks first? Oh, well, I came straight from work. I don't really... Oh, never mind. I won't take you more than a moment to fetch a coconut. Then we shall begin. I can't believe I'm actually doing her bidding. You have to hand it to her. The air of entitlement certainly gets her what she wants. Back quickly, out of breath. Within minutes, we settle into our session. Tell me if this feels at all uncomfortable, Suits. I've never done this before, so guidance would be most helpful. It's surprisingly satisfying, and see why other cats might engage at scratching at trees and rocks. I've always thought they were hunting for termites like little savages. Ha ha ha. Oh dear. Oh no, actually, that's just, yep. The way the game is made by Europeans, because they spell it color. Yep. That is the thing. Next foot. I have finished her hind legs and am on the final front paw. The stone works really well. Did I tell you how I cut it in the lab? I don't believe you did. So how does this nail polish work? Is it like paint? I ignore her rudeness. Exactly, paint it on and wait for it to dry. I've never painted someone's nails before, so this will be a new experience for both of us. I open the bottle and make the first stroke. Try to keep as still as possible. I think you'll find I am statuesque in my stillness. Your hand is less so. I know. Sorry, your nails are so tiny. I'm trying to color within the lines. What lines? Never mind. It's a human thing, I guess. I'm not sure I care for the smell of this nail polish. Really? I quite like it. Reminds me of pear drops. Of what? Oh, sorry. Another human thing. Wow, look though. Your paws look fantastic. The long sleek talons are glinting shiny red in the sunlight. Oh my, I am spectacular. She's got little hearts. Help me! She extends her claws momentarily and presses them into my arm. Not enough to puncture the skin, but if I tried to move, it would hurt. For the first time, I appreciate what lethal weapons they could be. I must keep that in mind. So come on, then. I take out my catalog. Come on, what? Pose for the camera. Oh, goodness! I hadn't realized there was going to be a photograph session also. How exciting! Yes, well, I'm going to have to remove that varnish before I go, so I thought it would be nice for you to have a photo. Remove it? The Sphinx cat looks appalled. Whatever for? Oh, Snoots, I'm sorry, Didn't I say I can't leave it on you permanently? It would impede the natural retraction of your claws. Then I shall leave them extended. You can't do that. Her expression darkens. I beg your pardon, I thought for a moment I heard you tell me what I can't do. Surely I was mistaken. Oh dear. No, I'm never gonna play that game. I acknowledge its existence, and I think, you know, everybody can make whatever game they want. But the fact that, you know, the most popular videos on YouTube now with the name Nekomews are of that game, it makes me pretty salty, I must say. So yeah, I won't be playing it. But yeah, remove the varnish, compromise. Let's try to compromise with her. No, Snoots, you heard me perfectly well. I must insist that you allow me to remove it. Insist? Her forehead wrinkles with her raised eyebrows. I need to tread carefully here. Ask your permission, please. May I remove the varnish now? But it simply does not make sense. Why do it in the first place? I know how much you enjoyed things like this, pampering. I thought it would be a fun thing for us to share. You had fun, didn't you? Well, yes, I certainly would have. But had I known you were simply doing it to taunt me, wasn't doing it to taunt you, Boots. She seems genuinely upset. I'm sorry. There's an awkward little standoff, her eyeing the rubbing alcohol, me eyeing her claws. I rack my brain to think of a way to compromise with her. Perhaps if I tried appealing to her sense of style. Wonder if you'd like to try something. I don't know why I didn't do it in the first place, actually. I'm so forgetful sometimes. You're wittering? Well, just before I came to the island, there was a craze sweeping the fashion world. I can tell I've caught her attention. I read about it. Bon Vivant magazine? Go on. It's a French thing, apparently. Snooty Booty cocks her head to the side. It's called, the Pinky Flick. Flinch Rose? What? She's going for it. I feel encouraged. I'm thinking on my feet. All the celebrities are doing it. Doing what? Having their pinky nails painted while their other nails are left natural. Just one nail? She looks intrigued. Yes, it really does look so striking and a la mode. Show me. Bullseye! I go to take Snooty's paw in mine, but she scratches it away. No, show me! I pause, uncertain of what she means, then the penny drops. She wants me to paint my own pinky nail with desire. Oh, gladly. I suppose I should have expected Snooty Booty to attempt to groom me at some point. Here goes. I swipe some of the bright nail polish on my left pinky. What do you think? Looks a la mode, right? Held my pinky finger to the corner of my mouth, coyly. Well, I suppose it does look rather fetching. I'll make a deal with you, human. I will wear my nails a la mode if you promise to keep yours painted for the rest of your stay here. It's a deal. I doubt that such a tiny amount of varnish will cause her too much harm. It will come off naturally quite soon anyway. Mine, on the other hand, is going to be more permanent. I can't wait to explain this to Professor Pawpern. Alright then. Now we have a painted pinky nail. We should rest. There are crashing waves. The sound is so loud. I can't make myself be heard, but I still scream to the life raft that's moving away from the sinking ship. I'm going down with the ship! I'm being thrashed against the side of the old wooden vessel. This isn't right. The ship looks wrong. What? Cat's face looms up to mine. Everything is wrong, all of it. Which cat are you? What? But the words come out of my mouth are as mewling, and I realize I am not myself. I'm some kind of beast. Suddenly I'm flying in the claws of an enormous bird. The beating wings are deafening. I look down to see the ground approaching really fast. You can drop through the break. What does that mean? What break? What break? Breakfast, rise and shine. Yeah, Popper is the professor's name. Alright. I'm just gonna go down this romance path here. We're gonna finish this off, and then that'll be episode 1, I suppose. Oh dear. Be a dear, would you? Snooty Booty is in the habit of now holding out a limp, manicured paw for me to massage. I resignedly oblige. Oh, do you know, that reminds me, I have something for you. Something for me? Oh, look at you with your mouth agape. Do close it, you'll embarrass us both. I'm sorry. I didn't expect you to ever think of me when I'm not with you. Ha! You do make me laugh, human. Oh my, are you serious? Well, I'll have you know, I think of you a great deal. You are my most faithful subject. Don't you know? Now, if you want your gift, carry me further down the beach, and I'll show you where I hid it. Cradling the hairless cat like a baby, I stroll barefoot along the beach. Snooty Booty directs me with a wave of her paw every now and then. After a while, she loudly commands that I stop and put her down. Here. Snooty stays with her regular level of enthusiasm. Wow. Enthusiasm, pointing a perfectly filed claw at a mound of sand. I buried it. I suppose you want me to dig it up then, Boots? Ha! You always know what to say to make me laugh, human. It's quite a talent, I tell you. With a sigh, I start digging. Thankfully, she didn't bury it very deep. After a few seconds, I find a small object wrapped in a silk scarf. We wouldn't want sand getting into it, would we, dear? Snooty Booty says with a small smile. I carefully open the flimsy silk bundle and turn the contents over in my hand. It's a little black tub with a plain label stuck to it that reads, Skin Cream Ion or something. Do you love it? What is it? Oh dear, can you not read? Yes, it says skin cream, but I don't exactly know what that entails. Oh, you see, one massages skin cream into one's skin. Yes, I understand that, Boots. But whose is this? Where did you find it? Well, it's yours now, humans. I roll my eyes, further inspect the tub. It's very small and plain, with no cosmetic logo or name to be found. I pop open the plastic lid, and sure enough, it's filled to the brim with goop. I scoop some of it out with my index finger and smell it. It smells disgusting, like bin juice or something. Boots, I can't put this on my skin. I'll attract all sorts of bugs and wildlife. Oh, come now. We must suffer for our beauty, mustn't we? What is this stuff, Boots? Where did you get it from? All I ask is that you try some on your skin and tell me you don't see instant results. Oh, Snoots. Have you been using this stuff? Of course. Without knowing where it came from? But I know exactly where it has come from. Well then, would you please let me in on the secret? Oh, calm down, human. You will give yourself more wrinkles. Let us take a moment to ponder how my generosity in giving you a thoughtful gift has developed into you interrogating me in such a brutish manner. I take a deep breath. Snooty Booty, I do apologize and thank you sincerely. Of course I am touched by your generosity and consideration. However, I am quite concerned for your welfare. Did you take this thing from the lab? Oh no, not at all. Thank goodness. I took it from a stockpile behind the lab where the fire pits are. You mean the incinerator? Snoots, did you take this from the toxic waste bins? I have no idea what they're called, but they routinely give forth the most incredible produce. Waste is indeed a fitting word. I think you'll find toxic is the objective word in that title, Snoots. Contents of those bins are meant to be burned. Well, why are they burning skin cream? I further scrutinize the tub and conclude that it really is some kind of beauty product. This makes no sense. Actually, Princess, this is a fantastic present, and I'm going to take it right now for further examination. Thank you so much for this. Well, finally, a little gratitude. I'm very grateful. Oh, you can report back to me with how splendid you look after a few applications. Oh, I will. One thing, though, Snooty, just to be clear, have you been using this? But of course, I wouldn't recommend something without trying it myself first. And no problems? As you can see, human, my skin is as smooth and clear as porcelain. Yes. So why incinerate it? Speak up, human! You're mumbling. Nothing, Snooty. I just need your word that you will not use any more products that you find near the lab again, okay? Oh, I see your game, human. You want to be the fairest of them all, eh? No, that's not it! Very well, human. I will go all natural for a while, and you will see how, without even a touch of skin cream, I am still as radiant as a star. Okay, Snooty. Challenge accepted. Indeed. You're just sitting here laughing your butt off while listening to the whole bit. Nice. We found a recon. This is going to be a multiple episodes thing. I'm not going to be able to get, like... Oh dear. Okay. Ah, the delicacy of a moment is sometimes only matched by... Gosh darn it. Sometimes only matched by the beauty of the moonlight's reflection on the sea. Snooty Booty turns her big, shining, silver eyes up to meet mine. Human, I have lived a long life, and only the first of 9, don't you know? It has been much the same for as far as my fragile memories reach. Seeing the moon reflect on the sea once meaning only that I had stayed awake too long, and that I shall see that same shade of gray reflected in the circles under my eyes the next day. However, seeing how you conduct yourself, human, with the grace of a drunken fruit fly, and yet the confidence of a red-bottled mandrill, has left me quite inspired. You do not care one bit about how you look. I suddenly try to comb my hair with my fingers as Snooty Booty turns her attention back to the moon. That sounded like Lulu when she wants to play. Aww. My cat makes a different noise. Similar but different. I have found, since meeting you, that when one cares less about one's appearance, one finds the capacity to care about other things. Is that so, Boots? Quite so, human. Indeed, I have found it rather freeing to bathe in salt water something which, not long ago, would have caused me to turn gray with anxiety. In the same vein, I feel I am owed some thanks for teaching you a thing or two about proper skin care. Snooty, your demands that I use a night cream caused me to break out in hives. Well, once they subsided, you were left with a very healthy glow. I sigh. Mews. Yes, Snooty Booty. There is a poem I half remember. The words have become irrelevant, but the sentiment is so enduring that it's almost enough to cause me to weep at the thought of it. Music is also like that, don't you find? And smell? All the senses, in fact, are the palette, the colors, our experience, and leaves an indelible mark on the soul. That's beautiful. Human, I believe you and I are both aesthetics. We're what? We share an There's so many big words, I can't read this. Help me. Cat loving Zomo. Oh no. We share oh my gosh. Artisan appreciation of, what is this? I know it's French, we're like Sardouissant? And again, what? Really, do try to keep up. I can tell I'm somewhat spoiling a mood here, so I keep my mouth shut and try to look engaged. I have suffered on this godforsaken island for the lack of many things, but nothing has quite matched the pain of feeling alone, not having a companion to share the most delicate sensibilities that life has to offer. An alluring scent, a vibrant hue, delight, all the subtle joys that are wasted on our more uncivilized cohabitants. It has been like air to my suffocation, sharing time with you, human. Help me, seriously. Get Shira on the stream, he'll read for you. Seriously, I should. Actually, no, he might have trouble with some of this. These words are weird. They're trying to go for like alliteration and making our fancy, but it's just hard for me to read. My snoots, thank you. I enjoy our time together too. And so, thoughts on about as though I am an interruption. I feel that together you and I might create something rather wonderful. Oh, a masterpiece. Oh right, a masterpiece. Out of what? Out of us, human. A union. Joined together as souls. I don't know. A marriage of hearts and minds. Are you saying what I think you're saying, Snoot? I'm saying that I am fond of you enough to give me cause to believe that we may be able to commit to each other in a time of honored tradition of love, human. I love you too. If they kiss, I'm leaving. If they kiss, I'm leaving too. I love you too. Well, I'm amazed. What you're saying is more than I could have hoped for. So it is agreed, human. You shall dot on me as my equal from now on? Absolutely. I'm 100% about the dotting. Snooty was certainly kept that part of the agreement. I'm a little more suspicious about the equal part somehow, but as we sit together admiring the huge orange moon, that looks white, I feel quietly confident that she will learn with time and a patient teacher. Achievement unlocked. Relationship goals. Snooty booty. I maxed out romance. I don't know what happens now. Okay. So, yeah. We're now in a relationship with Snooty Booty. 'Cause that's the thing we wanted. I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail, aren't I, to put like Snooty Booty as the like cat picture now. I think I do. Well, it's been about 2 hours, and I don't think I can handle much more of this for the time being. I will, I guess, be back tomorrow with more of this. So yeah, I'm gonna call it good there. This was a perfect date. It's a dating sim. You like the other cat? Yeah, I know. I make. Oh, you. Okay. Sorry. You did call it. You did. But yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you had fun. I will see you tomorrow, probably. Until then, take care, and have a good one. Bye! Yeah, I'll go to sleep at like 7 a.m. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I won't actually be going to bed until like 11 hours from now. But good night, everybody else. Have a good one. Bye!